Yeah. So you told us that absolutely fascinating story about the Yakuza where the guy went on the kamikaze mission for them and did that in public to show a show of strength.
Oh, that was when we were chatting afterwards, yeah?
Do we not do that one on camera?
No.
Oh, can we do that one then, please?
Oh, well. Well, as mentioning the Yakuza, down in Osaka, which is the stronghold of the Yakuza, they're often involved in the real estate business and nightclubs, real estate development. And one of the things they do in real estate is, for example, this gentleman over here is a real estate developer,
James.
James, the real estate developer, and he wants to knock down this sort of, low rent housing unit and build a big center. The trouble is, there's a bunch of old grandmas and kids and migrants, people living there. So he's got a problem. So he talks to a friend, and the friend contacts you, and you're in the Yakuza. And so the boys go down, and sometimes rotten fish heads are, pushed through your door box all night long. Death metal, metal music is being played right outside your window. Things start happening, and things just keep escalating until you move out. And so there's a connection with the real estate business. So these two Yakuza, they got unhappy with this real estate president. And this guy hadn't given them, what he'd done is he'd used their services. They had assumed they were getting 20, 30% of the biz. And he just, threw them a few $1,000 and just said, thanks for the help. And so they wanted to send a message. So what they did is they contacted the news media. You know how some news stations chase crime news hotter than other ones do. So they chased those that chase the hottest. And they said, be down there at 8 o'clock tonight for some really good video. So the news people went down at 8 o'clock and they set the cameras up outside the real estate company front door. And at 8 o'clock, on the button, the two Yakuza came out of the real estate president's office with his head, holding his head for the camera.
Bloody hell.
On TV. And they threw his head on the ground, and they said he didn't follow through with what he promised. And of course, the police came, because this was live on TV. So the police came, and the police almost arrested the TV crew because they said, what are you guys doing? You're complicit in this, right? How did, and they said, well, we didn't know what he was going to do. He just said, be down there and see some good video. And we got good video. So the Yakuza, knowing they were going to get busted, it didn't matter. The point is, there's 20,000 of them. Now, the way it'll work is those guys who cut off his head, because the guys whose head they cut off wasn't a citizen as far as the police are concerned. Basically, in Japan, there's citizens, and then there are people who are in the dark world. And people who are in the dark world are prostitutes, gamblers, Yakuza, moneylenders, anyone in that scene. And then there's citizens who are everyone else. So there's a kind of an unwritten rule between the Yakuza and the police. The police will not take so seriously things that happen in the dark world as long as it doesn't spill over into the real world of the citizens. So if the Yakuza go and kill a grandma with like, there's no drive-bys, because that's just wild, crazy stuff that they won't put up with, the police won't put up with. But if they do cut off the head of some sleazy real estate prez, they might do 12, 15 years in prison. Now, when those two guys get out of prison, they'll become the bosses of a sub-gang. They'll be given their own gang, and they'll have a certain section of town with so many nightclubs and so many people working for them. Might have 50 people working for them. And they know this, and they know their future is secure. If they take one for the club, their future is secure. And because everybody knows the future's secure, they don't have all this ratting that goes on in America, or probably Britain too, where everybody's standing in line waiting to snitch out their co-conspirators. In the Yakuza have it down solid like that. So if you do your time and keep quiet, out you come, and you're taken care of. And you made your bones, right? The head on TV, that does it, right?
Tying that back to what we talked about earlier then, when they, did that crime then, and when they come out of prison and go back to the gang, they will be more highly respected, more feared, or both?
Both.
Both.
But the most important thing is that the gang itself has a place for them. They become one of the sub bosses. Because if you do that, if you make a move like that for the gang, it means it's 110%. You'll give your life for the gang. And that's what they want. Loyalty is number one. The old sort of samurai code, loyalty beyond anything else.
Yeah.
And when you got that kind of internal solidarity in the group, the police they don't have a look in. So the Yakuza have an interesting system with the police. So, for example, you're a sub boss and I'm a sub boss, and I don't like you and you don't like me. So you whack me, and there's my dead body in the street. Now the police will come and they say, someone has to take this dead body. Now you don't want to fall for it. So you just look in your lieutenants and you say, get me a kid. So they look and they come up with Taro. And Taro's just joined the gang. He's 19 years old. And he's eager and enthusiastic and wants to be a gang member. And you say, Taro, here's the gun. Go into the police station and just tell him you did it. And Taro goes in to the police station. Here's the gun. I killed so-and-so at this time in this place. The police are happy. Now, the police in Japan, as your man, I think that fellow who went to Fuchu prison.
Oh, yeah, BT.
Yeah. I think he mentioned that the Japanese Crown Prosecutors, the prosecuting service conviction rate is 99.9%. So the police don't take any case unless it's a slam dunk. And so the kid walking in with the gun, I did it. That's exactly where we want to be. The police are satisfied. The public is satisfied. There was a murder. There's an arrest. There's a conviction. And the gang is satisfied. They got where they wanted to go. And with that kind of organization, that beats the mafia, that beats biker gangs, the cartel, anybody.